And okay, here we go. The final assault on Venom. Again. Venom 2 is a lot more intense, much like how Corneria 2 is a lot more intense. It's kind of similar in that regard, but when you get to the actual surface, it changes. Yes, let's sneak into Venom's back door. I'm sure they don't have detection at all. And I really hate the cockpit mode. Can they not auto-do that? That'd be really nice. Anyways, there's just a lot of things shooting at you as per usual in this route. Whoa! Peppy actually shot something. And then he yelled at me. You know, you'd think he'd be like, yeah, I shot something. Ribbit. It's already two different people. And here we have these mines. If they get too close to you before you shoot them, they explode into cylindrical things like that. It's very annoying. Also, these missiles home in on you, but you can still weave around them. These enemies here drop a lot of yellow rings, so if you need health, shoot them down. Just try to keep these mines at a distance. Use your brake if you need to. It does help. Although since I have the Hyper Blaster, it doesn't really matter. Wow, all three people actually showed up on the same map. Falco. Why do I want to mind my own business? I want to help you. You know, you could shoot in their general direction, right, Falco? You're the ace pilot, aren't you? So yeah, about that direct, guys. Starfox isn't coming out till March. That's quite the wait. At least we got Cloud and Smash Brothers. Happy about that. That'll be really cool. All the salt though. These enemies here, they will shoot tons of energy blasts at you if you do not shoot them down in time. They don't take very many hits, but they're kind of glass cannons like that. And it just keeps going and going, and they keep trying to kill you again and again. And there's a guy that drops the shield, but I shot him way off to the right. So, no shield for me. Yeah, and don't boost towards these mines like I just did. That's such a bad idea. Oh my gosh. Those rings, they're kind of difficult to avoid sometimes. It just depends. It really depends how they're laid out. Now this boss, it's a crusher. It tries to drag you in, and yeah, it just tries to crush you. You can use your brake to get out of this though, like so. Now the only reason I use bombs on this boss is to slightly speed it up because this boss is really slow. Really slow, like ridiculously slow. If you do not brake in time, you will take a significant chunk of damage. You do not want to get hit. Also this attack. When they're in that formation, they'll shoot it in a vertical way towards you. And when they're in this one, they'll shoot it horizontally. Like that. And you have to hit the glowy spots like, you know, usual. This boss is just a lot of bait and wait. You have to get them into a good spot, you have to keep shooting them. That's why I partly use bombs, so I can just take chunks off at a time. Also, the gravity when they're dragging towards you, yeah, it's kind of awkward to shoot at them sometimes. When they're like this, I think they're invulnerable because I don't see myself doing much damage or any. Yeah. When they're vertical, they shoot horizontal. When they're horizontal, they shoot vertical. Keep that in mind. When the only one's left, it's pretty much done because they try to escape. Much like the ninjutsu boss of the first route. And that was Venom. That was the first part of Venom. The second part of Venom 2 is a trench of sorts. Insert all ye olden Star Wars quotes here. Yay, 100%. So now this stage, there's a lot to avoid, there's a lot to shoot. Pillars, yeah, you can't shoot those, but there's a lot of little things you can shoot. Like these guys, you try to shoot at you through the pillars, and it's kind of annoying, unless you take them down. This is a stage you do not want to have single fire in, because everything starts taking way too much hits. And, holding left or right is really good here if you want to, you know, avoid the pillars and keep shooting. Those guys just kind of just get in your way. Your brakes and boost will be very good at points in this stage because sometimes things try to run into you, and doing either or thing will avoid them. The stage isn't very long, but there's a lot you can get hit by. Like that random platform. Then I think the speeder bikes are coming up next, which is another Star Wars joke you can make. Which they'll try to actively ram into you, and it's really quite irritating. So you have to brake and all that with them. All that good stuff. Yeah, here they are. Yeah, it starts getting a little more narrow. It starts getting faster too. So you have to brake to get behind them. It's kind of cool, actually. I like it. Starfox 64 didn't really do much of this, although it had all range mode, so gotta give them that. The boss is kind of weird. It's just a... Oh, you'll see it soon. It's basically that shuttle we encountered earlier. It comes in from the left, and you need to shoot in through the hatch, and they'll release a few biker guys every now and again. They don't have much life, but it's kind of hard to shoot into the hangar sometimes. I swear it's finicky. And sometimes they'll release those little things that, you know, hit you like that. And see, there you go. It's trying to ram me, but I'm using my brake to duck and weave around it. And then eventually it'll speed up again so you can shoot it. And that was, yeah, that was the second Venom part. And now it's back to the old song and dance. It's time for Andross once again. I think this sequence happens every time. It's been a while since I played Route 3 though, and Route 3 might take me a while to get up because practice runs are gonna be needed. It's been a long time. It has been a while, hasn't it, Andross? General Pepper has guided you well. Same deal as Route 1. These cylindrical platforms try to hit you, and you can kind of get away with ducking and weaving around. Gives you a twin blaster in this particular variant. Now, Andross is largely the same. Also, unlike what I do here, you do not need to use bombs to avoid his absorption attack. You can actually just brake. I'm just so used to Starfox 64 Adventures and Assault where you have to do that. Like, see, yeah, that does nothing. His eyes are actually immune while this is going on. It's not until they start glowing blue again that you can hit them. Yeah, Andros is pretty easy like before. There's nothing really new to this version of the fight. Like, when you break his first form, he turns into that cube again, but in this case, it'll only have a certain weak point, it won't be weak all around. Like, since this is taking this many shots with a hyper fire, I can only imagine how much it takes with single fire in this particular route. But once you do drain those eyes the first time, it's a lot easier to take them out in the next runs. Now see, the cube actually will have blue parts, and hit those, they'll turn orange and red, and yeah, doesn't really change much. Andros is a pretty boring boss, to be perfectly honest. Like, after you know how to deal with him, and you're well equipped, like with Hyper Fire or whatever, it's not really that difficult to destroy him. Like, this part can be difficult, but if you know where you're ducking and leaving through, you can just completely bypass it all. And yeah, I only needed to shoot him like 2 or 3 more times and he was gone. And with that, Route 2 is absolutely complete. I will be catching up with you guys on the next part, which we'll see starting on Corneria 3. Until then, I'll leave you to the end sequence really quick, and that'll be all for me. See you next time. Bye.
Cornelia.
This is Cornelia, Pepper speaking. Congratulations on a job well done.
Roger. I'm heading back to Cornelia.